Hey, what's up everybody? Got one for any of the game collectors out there, or anybody new that scored on one of these systems. This is for anybody that's got an Atari 2600 or 7800 system and has either a few games or, like me, a ton of friggin' games that are in major need of new labels. This will help you. And I just checked, man, and I do not see any links on YouTube here for anybody sharing this, which is crazy. This is off a site that anybody that's into Atari, that's a collector, obviously knows the site Atari Age. And I think I got this from that site, hence that's some of the links that he gives is for Atari Age, on helping you find the right label for the game if you want it original. Anyways, this is called labelmaker2600.com, and it's basically just a little site to where it custom makes you labels, to where you just make up the label you want by uploading your own picture. Hence, you can use any picture you want for the game. That's pretty much what he did. He's got 3 samples on here that you can print out off the site, and basically you just upload your picture. And don't upload a big picture, make it at least close to the size that you'd want for the cart, and I believe the site automatically shrinks it down to the right size and centers it. And then on label types, does just picture label to where it's the picture, black background with all the text, or just plain text label to where it makes it look like one of the old type carts. Or you can do silver background, hence I don't see why I can't use that for 7800, and then it does the picture just centered on that. On text, you can pick any color you want. He has a little rainbow you click on, and then that brings up a color chart. So just click on the color chart and pick any color you want. And I'm going to just read off one of the examples here. And he's got very cool ones. I recommend printing out the ones he's got. He did a very good job on them. Like one he's showing here, it's for Space Invaders, and he's got it just like an original label to where it says Game Program, Space Invaders, used with joystick controllers. And then for the picture, he's got the original Space Invaders arcade cabinet, and then Space Invaders in the background. And then below that, it's got the original copyright. And it also does the end label. And on text, it's not going to just put in regular type text. It's going to put in the original text that they used for the carts, so it looks original. And on copyright, you can either put in the original copyright if you have the label and it's just beat up, or you can make up your own copyright. And on controllers for use with, you can have it as joystick, paddles, driving controller, keyboard controller, or kids controller. If you want the little Atari logo on the front of it, you can have it or not. Has it to where you can put in the CX number, which I don't know what that is. I guess the number for... I guess some of them have a number, which is probably the ones that are just plain text labels. On, I guess, the logo background, hence they're usually black for the background, and then it's got the text in the picture. I guess you can change that to any color you want for a custom. On printout size, I recommend choosing large and then shrinking it down to the right size for a cart. Hence, if you got a scanner, scan one of your carts so you know what the label size is, and then just shrink it down to that size. But large is 360 dots per inch, and then the small is a lot smaller, 150 dots. Hence, if you get the small and you have to blow it up big, it's going to look like crap. You're better off shrinking it a little. And on those samples, he's only got 3, one being Space Invaders, and then it's got Asteroids and Defender, to where he did the same thing. Has a picture of the original arcade cabinet with a cool background behind it. Hence Asteroids has a big asteroid behind it, and then Defender has kind of just a space type shot behind it. And also, if you have games to where no label, no nothing, and you have no clue what the original label looked like or what type it is, he's got Atari Age links to where you just click on picture labels, silver labels, or text, and it brings up a list of all the games that had that type. So you get a lot of help on finding the right one for that game if that's what you want to do and make it look original. And he's got a bunch of other crazy links too. He's got one for Atari prototypes, and he's got a label page for that. He's got some that's just more web toys, display wars, which I have no clue what that is, TV size comparison, ASCII poster, giant poster maker. This one's fun. I saved this one because it is funny. If you know the, it's basically it's a redneck search engine, and if you type in redneck slang like mom and ends or shitnip or whatever, it will bring up the redneck definition for that term, and or just a crazy site. And then he's got one that's just a funny search engine, so has a few other little goodies. So hope this helps you guys out a lot, because I'm probably going to go through a bunch of ink using this site. So I just found my drawer full of games that are in need of labels, and I at least got about 50 or more. I've got a lot of Atari games, hence seems like every time I find a system with a lot to where it's a system and a bunch of games, I'll get maybe 5 or so games that are in good shape, and the rest of them are just trashed. Not broken, beat up, but just been sitting in somebody's garage and gotten rained on, and or just moisture, or the labels have just faded or whatever. So this is a really helpful site. Don't know if there's any others like this, but so far this is the best one because it makes it look original. Hence one of the games, and it did a good job making the label look custom. I got the rare game Frostbite, which isn't even an original Atari card. It's one of the off-brands, but still worked for a label. And basically I got I think a guy's name was Boris from GoldenEye 007. He's the nerd that gets frozen towards the end of the movie, and he's got his arms up like this, I'm invincible, and then the thing blows up behind him and he's frozen solid. I got that picture for the picture, and then got Frostbite and all the game details on it, and did really good on it. Cropped it, everything, rounded off the corners. I mean, makes it look really professional. So, as usual, feel free to comment on this video and make use of this program. Catch y'all later.